Connection established.
Hello, welcome once again to one of our video tutorials. Today we are going to explain how to use the strategy tester and optimizing a robot or an indicator. We are going to explain everything based on a robot, but it will be the same steps for an indicator. The first thing we need to make a good strategy tester is to know if we have all the data to make a good strategy test. We are going to see that in Tools, History Center, and we will choose the pair we want to test. We must always have the 1-minute candles active, because even if we put another time frame for the strategy tester, our prices will be created from the 1-minute candles. Then we verify in this part of the dialog box. The number here has to be big enough to know that we have enough data. If we have it in gray, or this number is small, we click here to download. Remember that this process will take, it may even take about 10 minutes. After the download, we will be able to see from what date we have candles, and until what date the data of those candles would arrive. We do this to know in what time frame will be very reliable data. Outside this time frame the other data may not be as reliable as we would like. If you need more data you can request it to your broker and they are imported within the same screen. Once we have the necessary data, and desired by each trader, according to your strategy, we move to the next step within the MT4 platform. We select Strategy Tester. We select in the shortcut bar. Once the tab opens, we select the Expert Advisor, or the indicator. In this part, we can select the robot that we want to do the test. In this box, we select the currency that we want to do the test. We always recommend to do it in a fairly solvent currency for the initial test model that we are going to do. In this box, we select the type of test. We recommend the every tick, which is the most reliable test. The data that we had previously downloaded is for these dates, as we had seen that using a date before March 2022 could be less reliable. We adjust the date. And in this part is to activate the visual mode or we deactivate it, and here we will have the speed bar for the chart. Then we find the time frame in which we want to do the test. We recommend that the first time to situate ourselves a little bit to test in 1 hour dash. Then we find the spread, which is advisable to put it quite large, because if we put the current one it will take the one that is at the moment, and we know that the markets are not stable. During the time of the test will possibly have fluctuations. With a large spread you can take into account future problems that happen in the market, such as slippage, volumes, news, and so on. Then in the left zone we have the properties of the expert, where on the one hand we can put the initial deposit, in the currency we want it, and the positions that open in market long and short. We recommend always to leave it this way, and then we have the input variables of each of the robots. These will be different for each robot. Then we have the activation or deactivation of the optimization that we must activate it if we are going to use it, or if not deactivate it. This step we will explain it later. For now we leave it deactivated. And finally, we have the start button. Then for this case, we are going to put this period of time, we are going to leave these variables, and we are going to make a test without the visual mode, so that you can see the difference of time that there is between a test with the visual mode active and deactivated. Remember that the first time can take a little more than the following ones, because it is going to load all the data that has been previously downloaded dash. Once it begins to work, we can see the results of the robot, which operations it is placing, time between operations, what type of operation it places, the modifications of the orders if it is the case, the loadage, and if it has some multiplier. The price, if it is stop loss and take profit, and what is the result and the balance that is giving. All this information is very useful because it is like an X-ray of the robot. And on the other hand, we have the graph that is very important. It will show us the evolution of the robot during the time of the test, seeing how the equity and the balance of the test account is going. The backtest, depending on each robot, can be faster or slower. This will depend on the internal programming, but outside the backtest, either real or demo account, they will work normally. The results and the graph will be updated at all times. The report will come out at the end as we see here. With these results, we can guide us what things to change to improve the next backtest according to the criteria of each trader. Next week, you will have the video of how to optimize a robot. So far today's video, I hope you enjoyed it.